Bored with your day job? We know how you feel. That's why we created Streamlabs, an all-in-one live streaming application combining everything you need to create content on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. It's never been easier to make money doing something you love. With Streamlabs, you'll get access to all of the features you need to grow your audience and increase engagement with your viewers. You'll also get the tools necessary to monetize your content and make a living doing what you love. Visit Streamlabs.com to sign up for free and start streaming like a pro today.
Commercials like this have a time limit of 30 seconds. So while I would love to tell you about all of the awesome responsible gambling tips you'll find at keepitfunohio.com, my short time limit is a great excuse to talk to you about the importance of setting limits, both in life and when you gamble. Because setting limits for yourself on the time and money you'll spend gambling will help keep things in check. Go to keepitfunohio.com for more responsible gambling tips like this. And always pay attention to limits because ignoring them can get you into real trouble.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Budget Arcade. We're your number one video game review podcast with your wallet in mind. Hence the name Budget. We, in our typical weeks, we review a independent or free-to-play video game. And we rate and review it. Myself, Jeff, Scott, sometimes Elliot, but we don't mention him. He's kind of like Bruno. We don't talk about him, even though he's kind of the background with rats on his back. Credit to you if you got any of those references. Appreciate you and your childlike wonder. But yeah, so we rate and review those games during our typical weeks. Here in these off weeks, I go it alone. I traverse through the universe of video game news, some breaking reports, some video game release calendars, where I'll tell you what's coming up in the month, or I'll review a game I've been playing. It's probably a newer title, probably a AAA title, probably a single player title, because that's my wheelhouse. But I'm not going to do that for you today. You'll have to wait until next time. And then most weeks I take you through what I've been playing. So I'll do that here. So we'll go over some news. I'm going to actually give you my first impressions of the Halo, the Paramount Plus Halo television episode 1. My first impressions of that. And so, which it released on Thursday of this past week? It released last week. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And once again, these podcasts aren't meant to be overly long, not so winded, even though I do like to hear myself talk. I'm not going to do that to you in these off weeks. Not usually. But so I'll try to keep it under 20 minutes. So it's perfect lunchtime listening, drive home listening, drive to work listening. Even though I would not recommend me being the first thing that your ears hear in the morning, but I appreciate you if you are one of those people. So let's get into it. Last week, Sony announced that the PlayStation 5 is getting a pretty big update to the console that is going to bring variable refresh rate, also known as VRR, in the next couple months. And I'm air quoting couple months is because Sony did not give a definitive release date for this update. However, they want you to know that it is coming. And those of you playing on a television or monitor that support HDMI 2.1, you will have smoother gameplay, sharper graphics, and reduced input lag. And so that's exciting for you image connoisseurs that need to play your high definition hardware on high definition televisions using high definition updates. Yeah. Also coming in the update, you will have voice commands. So like Amazon has Alexa. Now PlayStation has, hey PlayStation, pause the game. Hey, I don't know why you would do that. Hey PlayStation, open up Hulu. Hey PlayStation, play Spotify. That type of stuff. It's all, just mimicking Amazon or Apple with Siri, but it is a unique feature, which I honestly don't know if Microsoft offers anything like that with the Xbox. They probably do, but I don't care. It's not an Xbox supported podcast. Jeff and Scott are rolling in their graves right now. So that's coming in, and that's the VRR is a pretty big one, and a lot of gamers have been asking for it. I'm not sure why it wasn't supported at launch, but we are now in year 2 of the PS5's life cycle, so no better time than now. Moving on, Rockstar this week announced that they will be offering a subscription service for Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, and it's going to be called GTA Plus. Just what everybody needs, another subscription service. I can't tell you how much money I fork over every month to various subscription services. I can't. Honestly, I'd have to go and look at like my bank account and see what is coming out every month over month, to tell you, because that and call me inconsiderate with my money, but I just be signing up for stuff and being like, yeah, sure, I'll cancel this next month, and I never do. I can't be the only one, but I am the only one talking on this podcast right now. So as far as I know, the only thing stopping me is a website. I don't know the website to sign up for GTA Plus, but and also I don't play GTA Online. So by the time you're listening to this, hopefully Scott has his act together, GTA Plus will be live. Launches March 29th, and it will be available for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S versions of the game. It'll cost you $6 a month, and will come with a recurring monthly bank deposit in-game of $500,000, making sure that you have plenty of money to spend in your online dealings. That the service also offers, quote, a wide range of member-only bonuses, exclusive properties, vehicles, upgrades, discounts, and cash and RP bonuses. And the developer publisher also mentions that there will be the ability to unlock gameplay updates that you might have missed out on. So time release content may only be available on GTA Plus. So yeah, the first month of GTA Plus will provide you with $500,000 in-game cash. The precipice, a supercar that comes with House Special Works upgrade, and the HSW Orange Trip and HSW CMYK glitch liveries. I have no idea what I'm saying right now. The Auto Shop property located in La Mesa, and a waived LS Car Meet membership fee. So you can So if you're a current LS Car Meet member, if you are GTA Plus, you'll be reimbursed the membership fee for the month, I guess. If you have a yacht, you'll be able to upgrade to the Aquarius Super Yacht for free. And the Gazette Frog Tee and Broker Prolapse Basketball top and shorts will be added to your wardrobe at no additional cost. Act now. What else? Selection of free paints and emblems for the auto shop, 3 times your GTA cash and RP on How Special Works race series, and 2 times car meet rep on the street race series. If you're interested, you can find all of that probably on Rockstar's website.
Hey gamers, have you ever thought of streaming? If so, then I've got something for you. I'm talking about Melon. Melon allows you to make high-quality professional live streams in under 15 seconds. You can stream independently to any of the streaming platforms or invite guests to your show with one click. There are no complicated signups and no downloads needed for you or your guests. Melon is for everyone who creates video content, whether you stream live or record productions and upload them later. Melon comes with tons of customization options to help your brand stand out and allows you to earn an income while you stream via donations. It's the fastest growing live streaming product, and right now it's running an incredible deal on its premium features. Features like going live in 5 clicks, multi-stream, go live on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all at the same time, and grow your reach. Full HD, 1080p camera resolution, and streaming output. Unlimited customization. Upload your own overlays, backgrounds, and brand colors. Donations. You can earn an income during your live shows, and Melon takes 0% of the fees. If you're interested in this, just head on over to melonapp.com/arcade. That's Melon, melonapp.com/arcade, ARCADE, to get started for free today.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
So I don't know. I guess if you're a GTA Online player, you're probably pretty interested in this subscription service. And it's actually, it makes a lot of sense, both by the developer and publisher and the consumer, is that you're not, just, you will still have the ability to spend extra money in the game, but you're also going to be, baseline. Everybody's going to have the same baseline offerings. And so for $6 a month, you can, kind of just hang out and build your own little stuff. And, if you don't feel like spending extra money, you can just surf around. So that's pretty cool. But really, do we need another subscription service? Do we? Speaking of subscription services, I'm going to offer you my review of Paramount Plus's. That's another plus. Why is all the streaming services called Plus? Disney Plus, Apple Plus, or is it Apple TV? Apple Plus. GTA Plus, Nintendo Plus. That's probably not a thing. I just made that up. Oh, well, what's with the plus? I don't get it. And Disney was the first one, but I don't get what the plus is. You're not additional stuff. I guess some original content, but you're compiling your content into one service. Disney streaming. It's simply D+ is a very fast way of referencing the platform. I don't get it. But that's not a discussion for today. So last week, Paramount Plus launched a highly anticipated video game adaptation television series of Halo. And I'll just, give you the IMDb synopsis for Halo, even though if you're listening to this podcast, you likely know the synopsis of Halo. But according to IMDb, aliens threaten human existence in an epic 26th century showdown. TV series based on the video game Halo. Created by Stephen Kane and Kyle Killen. And it stars Pablo Schreiber, who is very well entrenched in television. He spent many years on Law and Order. He has done. He's a character actor, but he plays Master Chief in this, and Natasha McElhone, and Yeren Ha. And so I'm just going to give you my quick overview impressions of the first episode, and only the first episode was released. Or wait, no. Yeah, only the first episode. It's a weekly release on Paramount Plus. The show starts out with a group of teenagers doing kind of teenage things. They're out in a field, and they're on some planet, Earth-like planet, but it's not Earth. And they go and pick some. They talk about, hey, we're gonna get so high on this plant, maybe kind of like shrooms, but they go and pick this plant. They're getting ready to get high, or one of them ingests this plant, but they're all getting ready to take the plant and get high, like I said. And then one of the main teenagers, Quan, played by Yeren Ha, she notices something like on a nearby hill or mountain, and it's like a glimmer, and she goes and looks at it and walks away from the group and discovers that it's aliens. And I think the aliens are the Covenant. I'm not a big Halo guy, so forgive me if I get the lore wrong. But they are the Covenant, and so her friends, Quan's friends, get killed by the Covenant aliens, and she has to run for her life back to this little town that's got walls all around it, and the alien Covenant blasts their way into the town, and they start murdering everybody. And pretty soon the Spartans show up, and Spartans are these super soldier dudes. And I should mention that this takes place in the year 2552. But the Spartans show up, and they start protecting the humans, even though these humans think the Spartans are the bad guys at first. And there's only one survivor, and it's Quan. And she gets brought on to I don't even know what the UN, United Nations Military, UNMC. I think that's what it is. The UNMC. Once again, forgive me if I got it wrong. Decide to bring Quan on board a ship, and some political BS takes place, and they're like, oh well, we got to kill the girl because she's the only one left, and she knows too much, essentially. And they task Master Chief with killing the girl. Well, Master Chief he touched some alien artifact while he was on the planet fighting the Covenant aliens, and he starts having these flashbacks, and essentially he decides that he's not going to kill the girl, and he's going to take her aboard his ship and flee the UNMC. And So, and it's very Mandalorian-esque. This show is because, in the games, Master Chief, I don't think ever took his helmet off. Or if he did, you never saw it. And he gives the statement, like the girl asks him at one point, hey, why don't you take your helmet on? And he goes, oh, it's giving me stuff that I need or whatever. The episode ends, and they're like 45 minutes. The episode's like 45 minutes long. The episode ends when Master Chief escapes with the girl. And, there's no spoilers here, is because I don't know where the story's going. So there's no spoilers. I don't know what is a spoiler for Halo. So just skip ahead. Hopefully Scott will list some times in this episode. You can just skip right past this. Anyway, so let me tell you my just thoughts. It's a very Sci-Fi Channel production, and from the acting to the sets to the CG, it was just all very generic. And there was times where the Spartan armor that these guys are wearing looks very good. Like that most recent Power Rangers movie. Those suits look dope. And there's scenes in this episode where, Master Chief's armor looks really good. But then there's scenes where, like, it absolutely does not hold up well, where he's running across, like, a battlefield or, in a scene, and it's just flapping in the wind. And it looks like it weighs, like, 5 ounces. And it's just, it was inconsistent. And then the CG wasn't good. And you would think that Paramount and Microsoft would want to throw a lot more money. And for what I understand, what I've read is that the budget for the entire show was only around $100 million. So and I think there's 10 episodes in the season. So it's $10 million if you average it out, $10 million an episode, which doesn't seem like a ton, especially for a sci-fi television show. Paramount probably should have thrown a little bit more money at this to make it more believable. And, Pablo Schreiber, I mean, he's the most recognizable face in this show. But, like, this, it just wasn't good. I use the term garbage on Twitter. So if you follow me, you already know my thoughts, but it was bad. Like the effects were bad, and some of the acting was bad. The actress who plays Quan is the best actress so far, Yeren Ha. Very believable. And Pablo Schreiber, when he has enough to work with, is a good actor as well. But you just hear his voice in certain parts of this. But it's very, very Mandalorian. You can tell that Paramount likely was hedging their bets, not knowing how this would work out, so they didn't want to throw a ton of money at it, and it reflects that. I think it had viewership. It did numbers, probably for Paramount. So it's a weekly release. Episodes release on Thursdays, I think, and there's 10 episodes total. So you can get Paramount Plus wherever you stream. Wherever you, there's 2 different tiers for Paramount Plus. You can get the Essential plan, which is $5 a month, or the Premium, which offers you no ads except live TV, and then and you watch live sports. So that's $10 a month. But yeah, so anyways, dang, we're already over the 20-minute mark. I'm sorry, y'all. I get a little carried away. But anyways. So no video game release calendar. I gave you that, 2 weeks ago for April, and it's pretty barren. But I've been playing Pokemon Arceus here recently on the Switch, and can I give you my honest opinion? I'm overwhelmed with it. There's a ton going on. And it's the whole system's kind of been revamped from the last new Pokemon game. And so it's just it's a open world, and you can come and go as you please into various regions, but the plot for the game is like meh. But it is if you're picking up Pokemon for like the first time, I could see where this game is awesome. It's because you have no preconceived notions of what a Pokemon game is supposed to be. You have no nostalgic ties to playing Pokemon games of the past. And, up until very recent, Pokemon games were just formulaic. They were you just essentially the same missions. You just had different Pokemon. Now with this game, just whole new mechanics, whole new stuff. It's very Breath of the Wild-esque, and it looks great on the Switch. It's it's good to pick up and put down. That's the beauty of the Switch. So you're not really tied. It does feel like a true handheld title, but I guess I don't know what I was thinking, and I typically check out some reviews for a game before I dive in, just so I know what to expect. But I didn't with this game. I just kind of went off word of mouth of hey, everybody really liked it, and so that's why I got it. And so I'm just kind of just chugging along with new gameplay mechanics, new Pokemon, new story, new characters, just kind of new everything, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. We'll see, by the time I'm done with it, but it is a bit overwhelming if this is if you're coming back to the franchise like I am. I played the last new Switch title was Pokemon Sword, I think that was. But anyways, so that's it for this week. We always appreciate you giving us your time. If you want to support the podcast, you can become a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/budgetarcade, where you can donate any amount of money that you'd like. We typically prefer, increments of 50. Kidding. But if you become a Patreon subscriber, you get exclusive access to our Patreon Discord channel. And but if you're not a Patreon subscriber, you don't want to do that right now, feel free to join our Discord channel. Or Discord server, I'm sorry. All these technical terms. We'd love to have you. We have a very awesome community of gamers where we talk games, books, movies, and television. We have a dedicated Wordle channel where we all post our winnings daily. And so feel free to join that. Hit the link in the show notes. You can find the podcast on all of your social media platforms at Budget Arcade or at Budget Arcade Games. And, give us a like, a follow, subscribe, catch us on YouTube. Everything. We're everywhere. We're all the omnis. I guarantee you'll find us wherever you're looking. Our music is provided by Stimage, and you can find his music at metroidmetal.com, and make sure you catch our Discord, where we'll announce the next game that we're playing. I don't know it. It's a surprise. I'm always down for surprises, and we'll catch you next week.
with your day job, we know how you feel. That's why we created Streamlabs, an all-in-one live streaming application combining everything you need to create content on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. It's never been easier to make money doing something you love. With Streamlabs, you'll get access to all of the features you need to grow your audience and increase engagement with your viewers. You'll also get the tools necessary to monetize your content and make a living doing what you love. Visit Streamlabs.com to sign up for free and start streaming like a pro today.
Commercials like this have a time limit of 30 seconds, so while I would love to tell you about all of the awesome responsible gambling tips you'll find at KeepItFunOhio.com, my short time limit is a great excuse to talk to you about the importance of setting limits, both in life and when you gamble. Because setting limits for yourself on the time and money you'll spend gambling will help keep things in check. Go to KeepItFunOhio.com for more responsible gambling tips like this, and always pay attention to limits because ignoring them can get you into real trouble.